4.1 and 4.3, and this section will be about the coordinate plane. Now, the coordinate plane looks like this, and you've seen it before. Now, the first thing I want to point out is there's a point right in the middle, and that is called the origin. Now, the origin, the coordinates of the origin are 0, 0. That is the origin. Okay, now this thing is split up into 4 quadrants. Alright, you have the first quadrant, which is right here, and you have the second quadrant, and you have the third quadrant here. Here's a good way to practice your Roman numerals. And the fourth quadrant is down here. Now, in these quadrants, they all contain points. Now, you might have a point, and we will call them ordered pairs. Alright. Ordered pairs might be, for example, 2, 3 is an ordered pair. Now, to graph 2, 3, I start from the origin and I go along my x-axis. So I go 1, 2 along my x-axis, and my y-coordinate is 3, so I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3. And right there would be 2, 3. Now that would be in the first quadrant. Every point in the first quadrant is going to be positive, positive, meaning my x and y coordinates are both positive. In the second quadrant, my x coordinates will be negative, but my y coordinates will be positive, so I'll have negative, positive. In the third quadrant, they are both negative, so I will have negative and negative. And in my fourth quadrant, my x coordinate is positive, but my y coordinate is negative. So they will be positive, negative. So if I gave you just some random point, and I said I had a point here, and I call it A, and then I might ask you, what are the coordinates of A? And you'll start at the origin, and you'll go over to negative 2 along my x-axis, and up to positive 2 on my y-axis. So the coordinates of A would be negative 2, 2. Then I might also ask you, well, what quadrant is A in? And you'll say quadrant 2. Now the only thing I left out is this line right here is the x-axis. And up here it is the y-axis. I might also ask you on your homework to graph point B. And B, the coordinates are negative 2, negative 4. And I'll ask you to graph it and then tell me what quadrant it is in. So negative 2 is negative 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Negative 2, negative 4 is right there. And it is in quadrant 3. Alright, that should do it. And go on to part 2.